Morning, fellow patriots. Once again, I am your host, Chi-Town Zone. Without further ado, let's get into this, guys. We have plenty to talk about. As we know, we are no less than 24 hours away until the open impeachment hearings are set to begin over at Congress, where many are set to testify, including Hunter Biden himself, in another desperate attempt to get President Trump impeached over his phone call between himself and President of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, where Vladimir Zelensky himself even stated that he was not pressured in any way. President Trump has even went on to state that there was no wrongdoings in the phone call whatsoever. That's why he absolutely had no problem releasing the transcripts. But of course, we've seen Bozo lying Adam Shifty Schiff once again try to put words into President Trump's mouth, and when questioned about it, he had the nerve to say that it was a parody. But of course, we know, as President Trump went on to state, that this is one big witch hunt. We all know it's one lie right after another. Many of you seen how the whole Russia collusion thing backfired in their faces when the Mueller report was released. And many of you even remember it was old lying Adam Shifty who had claimed before the Russia Mueller report was released, claimed to have had substantial evidence proving that there was Russia collusion. And when called out about it, all he had the nerve to say was, "Don't pressure him," or whatever, or "Don't push me." But of course, consider this whole thing just one big lie. President Trump has even went to state again that this is nothing but a sham. It's a witch hunt. But the irony of the entire thing, where Adam Schiff went on to state that he doesn't want the Republicans turning the impeachment proceedings into a sham. Man, that's hell, you guys. You cannot make this stuff up. It's just one lie right after another. But of course, that's no surprise. Many of you remember it's the controversial Joy Behar from the TV show The View went on to just recently state that the Democrats need to lie in order to get into office. But that's no surprise because it's all they do, and it's all they do now. They make up one lie right after another, just like the leftist media does, to try to spin things and try to make it seem like President Trump is a racist and he doesn't care about people, and all he wants to do is close the borders, and he doesn't want no Mexican people to come into the country at all, which we know that is just one big lie. But of course, it's unfortunate. But again, many of us will be watching tomorrow. Some of us, unfortunately, will only be able to listen in, such as myself. But of course, the headline, which I will be leaving a link in the description box below, where the headline goes to read by Greg Jarrett: "The Trump impeachment inquiry is already in big trouble. Here's who you have to thank." Of course, none other than lying Adam Shifty Schiff, where the article goes to read: "The clown show known as the impeachment inquiry is getting more comical and hapless by the day. Consider the latest remark from the circus master himself, California Representative Adam Schiff. Think Bozo, not Pennywise." That's a good one. A Democrat chairman of the House Intelligence Committee says that he doesn't want the Republicans turning the impeachment proceedings into a sham. The hilarious irony on no one Schiff has already managed to accomplish on his very own. I mean, man, you just cannot make this stuff up, guys. As I've said again, it's one lie right after another. It's funny, that he doesn't want the Republicans turning the impeachment proceedings into a sham when we already know that this is exactly what it is. It is a sham. It's one lie after another. But of course, just ask, who is it? Former CIA Director John McLaughlin. I think it was 2 weeks ago. He was giving some sort of a speech in Texas where he went to state, and I quote, "Thank God for the deep state." We know who is behind all this mess, and it's no secret no more. But of course, remember what Joy Behar went to say, that the Democrats need to lie. But it's obvious, the irony of the whole thing. It's one big sham. But of course, the article goes to further read: "At first, Schiff wanted to Fox the whistleblower who triggered the impeachment farce to testify. Then, suddenly he didn't. Well, of course, what changed? What changed? In the interim, evidence emerged that Schiff and or his staff colluded with the whistleblower before the complaint was ever filed and then lied about it, earning Schiff 4 Pinocchios from the Washington Post." Of course, many of you remember what President Trump had to state himself, where he went, I think he was giving a brief press conference a while back during one of his cabinet meetings over at the White House, where he stated that he would not be surprised Adam Schiff is indeed the informant. He's behind this whole thing, to get President Trump impeached. But it's no secret, friends. The article goes to further read, the chairman now wants to conceal his own role in engineering the pretext for impeachment and his subsequent deceit. This is why he has insisted that the whistleblower remains anonymous. But of course, we know that he wants, it's unfortunate that he wants the whistleblower's identity to remain anonymous. Why that is, friends? We know it's one big lie. And, of course, everybody does have the right to face their accuser, but tell that to the desperate Democrat Party, friends. It's no secret no more, as I've stated. They want nothing more than to get President Trump out of office based on lies. It's a sham, as I've stated, and as President Trump has went on to state himself. It's a witch hunt, friends. But of course, as I've stated before, we need to pray for President Trump and both Mike Pence, because it's not just President Trump. They want Mike Pence out of office as well. And of course, it's no secret that, as I've stated before, take it with a grain of salt if you like. They do not want another Republican in office, period. Look at what they did to Justice Kavanaugh. They tried to smear that man's name with lies after lies after lies. And it's unfortunate that it's gone this far. But of course, as I've stated again, many of us will be watching. Some of us, unfortunately, may only be able to listen in. But of course, I may not be able to rub in any videos on my thoughts about this entire thing tomorrow. We'll have to just wait and see what happens after the impeachment hearings over with. But again, as I've stated before, it's just one big lie right after another, and it's no secret anymore. But it's funny how Adam Schiff says he doesn't want the Republican Party turning this impeachment proceeding into a sham. And, you just cannot make this stuff up. It's unfortunate, but it's no secret anymore, friends. But with that being said, if we happen to have any more breaking news or further updates, I will do my very best to bring that to you again, friends. And with that being said, do feel free to subscribe and be sure that you hit that little bell so whenever a video is uploaded, you will be notified, friends. A simple subscription, subscribe itself may not be enough. That's why we urge you to hit that little bell so you will be notified every time a video is uploaded. And of course, with that being said, God bless, and talk to you guys soon. God bless.